open for business. Be careful.
Hey there. Safe travels. Hey there. good one.
Hey David, I'm so honored to have you again on the stream, man. Welcome. So, raspberry Danish snack. Eat them well. They sound really tasty. It's all good, man. I just entered on WoW on the stream. And I don't want to jinx it, but I feel like I finally managed to make my PC work, and to be more precise, to repair what I've done wrong, you know, in the settings. Um, it's all perfectly working, and as I wrote you there, um, I put the BIOS on the default settings. I've reinstalled Ryzen Master for the AMD CPU, but again selected only the default mode to have this turbo boost, and I also unchecked any performance preset from the MSI Dragon Center app. So after having let's say bad experiences with those settings, for instance, if you select balance mode, it locks the CPU to 3600 MHz, which again it's frustrating since it should boost to 4 GHz. In extreme performance, it crashes the game because also it does some overclocking, some aggressive overclocking in voltages, and you get a blue screen. Also in custom mode or in creator mode, I really don't need it. I just need the CPU to work as it's designed to. After I did only this and saw that the PC was perfectly running, so it was all fine, I said today, man, let's try to increase the voltage, the frequency, not the voltage, sorry, in the RAM, because my RAM, as you know, it's 2133, but from factory is actually 2400 megahertz RAM. So and that shows even in the Infinity Fabric, or I don't know how it's called, but it's shown there. The Fabric settings are 1200 times 2, so 2400 megahertz, and the RAM was sold as 1067 times 2, so 2133. Yeah, in my case, when I put it in extreme performance, it crashed it froze the PC. I got blue screens, but I could see that the CPU, I mean all 12 cores were at 4.2 um, or even 4.3, but 4.2 gigahertz, and the voltages were high up there, man. I mean, they were almost to 1.5 volts, which is insane. Um, and the auto overclocking, as I'm pretty sure you know this better than me, it will only always get higher voltages. You think so? Yeah, I stopped looking at the 3466, and I found another website where they have a pretty considerable amount of G-Skill RAM, and there they have even in stock the G-Skill FlareX, which is the best for Ryzen. But this I don't know which one to get. Um, the 16 gigabyte kit of two sticks, 3200 megahertz, CL14. So those blazing fast ones, they are 1434 latency, or another kit of two from the same company, G-Skill, designed especially again for AMD, but it's 32 gigabytes in capacity, so it's double, but the latencies are higher. It's rated as being CL16, but the actual latencies are 16, 18, 18, 38, and they have the same exact price. One is 16 gigabytes, the other 32 gigabytes. And I don't know if I will get that major improvement in FPS in 4K. I mean, in 1080p, in 1440p for sure, but I watched some videos on YouTube, and in 4K it looks like it was like nothing. And no, not a single kit is 3400. They are all 3200 megahertz. Okay. Um, yeah, I'm not so sure about that, because you see, when it comes down to tweaking, I'm not so good at that, and you saw that my system is unstable. I mean, I would really just want to install it and just select the frequency and that to be it, because I know I looked on that calculator, but really I don't want to mess anything in BIOS. It's so RNG even there, I mean, some may be lucky. You don't know exactly what components they have. um, some might not be so lucky, and yeah. So you say the fast. Okay, because indeed, I mean, it's really uh, um, a bummer. They say it's CL16, but when you look better, it's 16 than 18, and yeah. but I must admit the capacity of 32 gigabytes is really tempting. Um, and that's why, but yeah, it's not CL14. But that would be like the best RAM in, in slot for AMD. So I'll guess most probably I'll get that. I must confess I'll be a bit disappointed about having the same 16 gigabytes. I also do
Hey, how
video
you
editing,
doing? Be good.
but you see, even now I'm not using more than 5.2 gigabytes of RAM. So I should be good, and maybe in the future I'll upgrade to 32. Where is that NPC? Here it is.
Interesting.
Okay, really nice. Really nice shoulder, 10 agility, 10 strength, and an improvement in armor. Very nice. Yeah, well, after all, I could buy another stick in the future. Just 1 second, the phone is ringing. I'll be right back. I'm back. I solved it. Yeah, the stats are really nice compared to mine. Even if the agility decreases a bit, the plus 10 strength will overcome it. Let's take this and finish the other quests also. So this is what? Yeah, nothing,
Off and
but it's
away.
good for XP. So the shoulders. Let's put this. Very nice. Yeah, I understand. Well, you know, at least I will have the satisfaction of knowing, man, I have the best RAM kit possible for my setup. I mean, G-Skill FlareX CL14 32 100 megahertz. That's it. And later on, and I've read that they really do work at 3200 megahertz, at least for two sticks um, being designed especially for Ryzen. Let's see what. Yeah, indeed. This is. I mean, it's something psychological. You know, when you want to get a new stuff, you also want to at least double the thing you had before. And that's why, I mean, because the price is also, I mean, it's really good, you know. It's like ah I mean, I really don't know if CL14 will do me so much justice over CL 16. Um, yeah, that's true. With that's what I liked, that on the web they said, man, it will all run perfect. Okay. And also what I saw that let's say resolved the instability issue, um, is that AMD Cool and Quiet technology must be um, on default, on the default settings of BIOS. Before when you make a custom fan curve for the CPU, it messes it up, and I think maybe the higher temps were causing those blue screens also. So that's why I want to, to just have everything by default and only the frequency in RAM changed. At least that I know how to do it. But other than that, nothing. Now let's see where I should be going back to Tanais. Here are some old quests. I don't have anything else to turn in there, but I see now I have 2 quests to turn in Darnassus. One here and one here. Let's get back to Manatil Harbor, to the wetlands, and go from there. Well, if you say so, then I'll see what I'll do. There is also, they have I think they have on to sale 32 gigabytes kit of the same G.Skill Flarex CL14 3200 megahertz, but it's almost double. You can, because it's 32 gigabytes, but only in 2 sticks, and it's really a lot of cash, and it's not worth it. I mean, I could have added that money to 2080 Super, and yeah.
Talk to me.
Yeah, indeed. And in my here in Romania, we had a very good price for the Ryzen 7 3800X. This I said correctly? It's Ryzen 7, right? For the 3800X, it was even cheaper than the normal price of the 3700X. Oh yeah, to wait in a queue, it sucks. Can't you buy it from the web online, or maybe that's it. That's how it is where you're at. You must be in flesh there. Yeah, yeah, indeed. Um, how let me calculate. really fast. So it was like in euros or in US dollars. Do you want me to translate it? Well, in let's see. Yeah, indeed, indeed. So in my country, the 3800X was about 347 euros, and that, at least for Romania, it was an incredible price. I mean, again, it was cheaper um, than the 3700X. Yeah, no, you'll see the 3600X again for gaming and not video editing or so. It is awesome um, price to performance ratio. But yeah, I really can't believe how everything just works so nice. So, and not to mention that presets from the MSI Dragon Center were messing up the GPU also. And yeah, I mean, it's really beautiful. And this is really like maxed out in 4K MSA times 8 with CMAA. You can see the FPS go even higher. Yeah, so it's just I must admit, the GPU is in it shows up that it's in gaming mode from the MSI Dragon Center. That's all. It loads it by default in that way. Yeah, it really is something. I saw your recordings. They are very nice, man. With the i3 7100 and the 1060 and the PvP clip. So you were a Pandarin, right, or a monk? Uh, I'm really sorry if I mistake something. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Indeed, it looks nice, but you need the gear. I mean, for WoW, at least from the past, you need a 1070 at least. I mean, and even that, in some cases, as I told you in the past, in raids it wasn't, let's say, enough, but maybe it was caused by the CPU. I was raiding with an i3 6100. But other than that, in the open world, you have my recordings. Oh man, I was like getting 120 FPS. sometimes in open worlds. So, but yeah, for 4K, 1070 at least, or better. And you cannot put everything to the max, even with a 1070. But I remember, like it was yesterday. I had um, the same brand, the same manufacturer, MSI, the Gaming Z version. I mean, when I first hold that GPU in my hands, it was the heaviest one. Yeah, indeed, it does the job. It does the job. I'm I perfectly agree with you. And also in my country, it was a really good price for the i3-9100F. It was almost at the same price that I paid for my Pentium Gold G5400. So they decreased it in price like mad. Yeah, it depends. Who knows what that guy has installed on his PC? I mean, things, even two PCs, identical PCs, cannot perform the same way. God knows what he had on it, if he had an SSD or. But yeah, indeed, those FPS are quite low. For God's sake, even I got better FPS with my Pentium G5400 and the 2070 Super. Oh, who knows? Maybe he also did something wrong. I mean, look for how long I have the PC up and running, and how much time it took me just to understand this is what I've done wrong. This is what I should have installed or not mess up. Yeah, God knows what that dude has on his PC. Maybe he has some viruses that slow his PC down. Okay, so we're in the wetlands. Something happened here. Look at all these dead bodies. Oh, I have to get the other boat. For Dionysus. Or not Dionysus, I forgot how it's called. Aberdeen. And from Aberdeen to yeah, indeed. So I will promise I will check it out. You couldn't post a link, but you were able to type in or to write. I know it sounds stupid, so it just doesn't let you to post any links, but you can type without a problem. Yeah, I mean, I had the Pentium G5400, and you can see also on my channel so many recordings. I've played so long with it. Borealis. Um, it was sometimes a bit choppy. Okay, very true. Very true. Um, but yeah, I was in around the 38 to 42 uh, margin of FPS with that Pentium. Yeah, there are a lot of characters on the web. It's very nice. The boat is right there, and we're off. Now I managed to find a bug. Look at the head of my horse. There's a pit. Yeah, to make a sleeper PC really nice. It will look like a potato from outside, but people will not expect the performance. I also basically I have the old case, the mini tower from Zellman, the ZM-T4. The Intel motherboard, the B360M from Gigabyte, and the CPU, the Pentium G5400. And now if I will change the RAM also, I will put my green colored Crucial on that motherboard, and yeah, I don't think selling them would make a good a good deal. I'll see what I'll do with them in the future. But it's nice to know that that motherboard can support even the i9 9900K. So we'll keep it there. You never know. It's nice to have a spare PC around. You never know what you'll want to sell in the future, you know. Or maybe you can give it to some of your family members. It's all well. All the other past PCs I've sold, the persons who bought them from me made a killing
Urgent map.
deal, you know, because I sold them at a bargain, really. Ungoro, oh man, Ungoro crater, finally, but I'm too low level. One more thing.
Tyrande has no idea
So yeah,
about people.
I didn't forget anything. No, no, no. God forbid that. God forbid. or you or you smell something funny, you know? No. Yeah, I remember regarding this. Jesus, man, I think it was like tens of years ago. Whatever. It was like in my youth. Um, a very dear friend of mine bought some a new PC, so new PC parts. His mom gave him the money, and you can imagine back then, compared to nowadays, those parts are were dirt, but back then were awesome, outstanding. And he started to assemble the PC, and he forgot to place the standoffs of the motherboard on the case. So basically, I don't know how he placed the motherboard right on the case. Oh, and it was basically like metal on metal, those circuits on the back side of the motherboard were touching the metal parts of the case. Um, and he placed everything okay. I forgot really how he managed to secure it in place, but it was there, you know. And he starts it for the first time. He starts the first boot, and literally it smelled like something was burning, you know. And I remembered I told him we were talking in Romanian, but when that smell got off, I told him in English, it smells funny. And he replied to me in Romanian. He said, "Man, uh, STFU, you know, shut up and don't say it smells funny because it cost me a fortune." And we went back to the PC shop, the where he bought it, and he explained to the seller, to the person there, what's the problem, that he doesn't know why it's like that. And he looked and he said, "Dude, you must install the motherboard on the standoffs, not straight in like that." Yeah, he screwed in straight off without the standoffs, and eventually it worked, so nothing was fried beyond repair. That was a good thing. But yeah, I remember till this day. I mean, how fast this is. So it's worth having an M.2 SSD. Look, loading screens, and it's gone. I don't understand, where is that quest?
Good luck.
I mean, it appears here. Daring Lightwind. If you may borrow her book. So this is the NPC, but I cannot ask her anything.
The loom be with you. What
You
brings
see?
you here? Greetings.
I don't understand why. There is nothing here. This appears to be something, but nothing, nothing. Nothing at all. Okay, let's head back to Tanaris. I think I will go with the flight point.
Paimon. May the stars guide you.
Here I see there are a lot of quests in Desolus, but yeah, I will stick with these ones here.
Greeting.
It's gonna be a long flight. Man, you're really an expert. I mean, to be able to do that on an H110M. I remember I used one for the i3-6100 for my build. It was an ASUS motherboard with only 2 RAM sticks, but it was way more than enough. I mean, I've only used 2 RAM sticks ever since, from like 2015 towards now. It does the job. It's this is what I like about Intel, you know. It really does the job, and it's really power efficient. I mean, you don't want to know how my PC case is right now. I mean, it's really hot. It's very very hot. I can heat up the room with it without a problem. But it's true, I think also the fans on my case, the 4 fans are on the first speed. Let's put them to spin on the second one. Yeah, so those boot loops are insane. I mean, I experienced that until at the point where my Windows said, okay, let's step in, let's start the repair, you know. Yeah. That's why I don't like to overclock. I mean, I'm not good at it, and it's really a hassle. But again, the reason why the PC is so hot is VSync off. So, and 4K of course, but the VSync off. Right now I am wasting like 40 FPS around that point. Now 60 FPS above the refresh rate of the monitor, above the FPS cap. That is only transmuted into heat and power consumption in vain, literally. I mean, it's all what it does. Right now I don't see 130 FPS, so just 60, the same as the refresh rate of the monitor. Okay. Man, I mean, I mean, it's yeah, it's like heaven on earth. I mean, it's like the dream of any buyer. You must really have the customer service outstanding. I mean, here you cannot do that. I mean, you can only return it if you didn't open the package. If it was, let's say in my case, I was able to return that GPU because it really made a grinding noise. But with the CPUs, I don't know, only if like maybe they really don't work or something is wrong. But it's less likely to happen. Oh, don't worry. I mean, if you're good at something, perfect it. I mean, it's really awesome that you can do that. I it would be really something. And make sure you try to record it and put it on your YouTube channel. Everything you do, you know, if you're good at something, share it with everybody else by posting it on your YouTube channel. It would be really nice. I mean, keep in mind what you're doing is the dream of so many people out there. I mean, what you told me that you managed to lower the voltages and overclock it the RAM on that um, H110M motherboard, you have no idea how many people asked me if you can overclock back then on that build because it went viral. Right now I think I have nearly 800,000 views on it. I have like 792,000 views on that PC build. And you know I'm no expert like you are in overclocking and in tinkering. Try to record everything that you do and upload it. Mm, I don't know. You right now you can record it even with a ghetto smartphone. Yeah, indeed, because it's really a shame not to get something out of it aside from the fact that you managed to overclock it, you know? Yeah, indeed. I mean, it's really awesome. If I were you, I would surely do it. I mean, I even post how I overclocked my monitor when I discovered it. My 1080p monitor back in the days. And people actually looked, and after that I saw on YouTube that many people that had way more viewers and subscribers than me copied my tutorial, you know, and managed to get a lot more views because they had a pool of subscribers like in the tens of thousands, and I was like nothing, not even 2K subscribers back then. Yeah, then you're an expert. Even there you go. It would be really a shame not to do it. And I saw that these things are really searched. I look even at my tutorials, which are really crude. Um, on the B450 Tomahawk Max. Man, there are so many viewers looking at it, at least from my point of view, compared to the streams I do on WoW. You know, and you would really have success, but you have to be really consistent, give it time, and keep uploading videos. Yeah, indeed, they are really nice and affordable. At least the 24-inch ones, they're really cheap. What is that? Well, if you can do it in a civilized manner, it will be okay. If not, if you will put it like that, it's not good because the YouTube algorithm um, records even the smallest swear, you know, and if you say a swear, then you get less chances to have like um, views, interactions on your video, and also, how do you say, commercials, advertising. And you would basically shoot yourself in the foot because you will not get such a high revenue that you could have gotten without any swears. And yeah, like you said with the adult channel links on the chat. So try to be funny without swearing. And I can assure you you'll have a blast and success. Then yeah, then it's all good. Regarding that straight face while saying a swear, here in my country back during the communist era, like 30 years ago, over 30 years ago, there was, let's say, we had some rough times, you know. Our president back then decided to pay all the national debt. Oh man, this mage is trolling me. Yeah, so he decided to pay all the national debt towards the um, the World Bank, so to the monetary fund. And in order to do so, he had to export everything, all the food. It was going outside the country, in other countries, in order to pay that debt. And we really had low quality food or food shortages, um, rash. I think you say like that. I mean, we used to. Yeah, indeed, he was a nice guy. He let us live. Um, you weren't able to buy as much food as you would have wanted, so no way. We had like portions each week, but that did get the job done, you know. I mean, he's the only person who ever paid off the entire national debt and brought it to zero. From 6000 BC to nowadays, he's the only one that did that, and that caused him to get shot eventually, to be executed. But yeah, either way, I digress, but you'll understand what I'm saying this. Um, and in that famine, in that hard times, without food on the store shelves, you could find like let's say a lot of cans, you know, so food in it was canned, like beans, things like that, and some olives. You know, and if you found olives, which are like nothing, you know, I mean, it's just for topping a salad. But back then it was a great deal. You had what to put on the table. And like just like you said, there was this respectable guy, um, like almost a professor, and he went and bought two plastic bags of olives. And back then the national television here did some news, some recorded video news, to ask people how it is to live like that, if they have a rough time getting food and so on. And there was this nasty um, television woman who held the microphone and interviewed that guy. And she was asking stupid questions, you know, in a very rushed manner. Like, so, where did you bought these two plastic bags of oil, of olives, and how much did they cost? You know, this type of stupid questions, and in again with a bugging tone. And at some point, her last question was, "And what are you gonna do right now with these two plastic bags of olives?" And with a serious voice, that man on national TV, so you can imagine it was something you couldn't say what you wanted, because the police would have taken you to the prison, and that was that, you know. Your life story would have ended like that. Nobody would have heard anything more from me. So yeah, the last questions, like I told you, was what was he gonna do with them? And yeah, he said, I am gonna go home and shovel them all up my ass, one by one, on national TV during that regime, and like everything was, I mean, they all uh, were speechless, you know, when. So yeah, something like that. But yeah, leaving the joke aside, yeah, if you swear on if you swear on YouTube, it's bad for your algorithm, for the algorithm, and they made it like that. Oh, let's try to finish this ornament quest fast. There is another one. So yeah, you can see they demonetize you even when you don't do anything wrong explicitly. Not to mention when you swear or say something that is not allowed. Nope. Okay. Let's go further on. Yeah, what were the odds? There is another player on this server, on the server I played now on Classic, which is exactly Merovingian without that special eye of mine. Hey Faber, and welcome to the show. Very awesome, man. Now, look, David, Faber is the lucky one. He gets the PC right now. The 3600, right? The same. Of course, go ahead. If it's overclocking, you'll have to ask David because um, it it has a DDR4 RAM, um, just like any other DDR4. I didn't count the pins, but it is DDR4. I have no idea, man. I mean, it's really DDR4, right? I'll have to ask David for that or look on the web. Um, why is a problem? Don't you have some odd RAM from the past, or I mean that should not be an issue. Yeah, no, but well, you can if you do video editing, the 3700X would be better. But for streaming, you can look at my streams, you know? You don't, if that means to go for a lower GPU, I would always pick the better GPU system. So I would go with the 2070 Super. I mean, look at my streams in while I play in 4K Ultra. What more do you want? Do you want to stream at the same time on I don't know 10 platforms? Right now I am also streaming on Twitch. Yeah. So with hello Kevin, I'm using the NV and see that NVIDIA new encoder. So not with X264. Anytime, man. Nice to have you. And also, the bitrate is 6000 bits. With the best visual quality possible. Yeah, it's awesome to know that, David. Thank you so much. I'm really trying. So that is 1440p 60 FPS. Purple Lotus. It's nice I have 3 items here. Well, it's really nice to know that uh, they will sure do. I mean, hope you'll get them at the best prices possible. You'll just have to wait a bit. And the quest is done. Let's see. This is too high. Let's go and do this one here. Yeah, some things are really discounted. Well, others maybe, let's say, only fake discounts. But yeah, it depends on the budget. But if you have the money and you waited so much, I mean, Black Friday is the best time to buy stuff. So nice. And when you actually look at the products, you can have them in your hands. It's awesome. Look at all the textures on this area. It's been a while since I've been here, but yeah, it really looks awesome. First time when I see it in this quality. Yes. Creepy place. Yeah, well, you know, my monitor also has FreeSync, but I don't know what to set there in those settings. I just left it like that with fast sync or with adaptive sync with VSync on or VSync off. I just left it like use the application settings and that's it. Okay, so what do I have to do here? Nope. Oh, this is. Oh, goodies. Okay. Quest done. I can't believe I have 5 watchers on my stream. I mean, this is a first for me. Thank you so much. I feel honored. It's a record. Awesome. I'm really grateful to you guys. Let's go and turn in this quest.
talk to me. Hurry back. Time is money, friend. Keep it real.
David, you're uh, uh, would a a bushcrafter, or not a bushcrafter, a real arts artsman. May you have a an awesome and relaxing hike, and find exactly what you need to um, make that awesome bow and arrow. And if you have time, maybe you know the channel on YouTube. It's called Northman. I actually watched a video on how a bow is uh, is born. You know how it's made. Uh, it's some Finnish guy, some guy from Finland, I think, and it's really an art to make it. Um, really nice. Be one with the nature is really nice. Uh, I wish you all the best, man, and I'll catch you in the next stream. I was going the wrong way. Oh, enjoy your beautiful outdoors. Man, Faber, congratulations, man, and may them arrive to you as soon as possible to enjoy them. Zero Fs, indeed. We only live once. Really nice. It's really an awesome deal for those parts. Zero regrets. Yeah, no regrets whatsoever. I uh, I believe you, man. Wait until you will receive them and see the excitement there when you'll open the CPU and the GPU boxes. I'm really glad for you, and may you have the best gaming experience possible. Awesome car. That is for sure the best 2060 Super um, cooling on a GPU, on the GPU. The it's really awesome. The Strix, hands down. And you can think that you just bought a 2070 for a much lower price, an RTX 2070.
Hey, what's up? Yo!
Please don't run away, oh man. What's that, Faber?
What's up? Time is money, friend. Glad I could help.
Um, yeah, no, it's not worth it. No, no, I mean, and it's all technology. I mean, I would not buy a 1080 Ti right now. I I really don't. If you want to invest in GPU, okay, go all out. Get a 2080 Super. I mean, and that's it. But you would need that only for 4K. For anything else, it's really I don't see the point. Indeed, indeed, it is. And especially with with these prices. Yeah, it overheats and it's not so power efficient. Yeah. And you see, in my case, if you don't know what you're doing, even the AMD CPUs can be overwhelming, but indeed, um, once you get the feel of it, and you know what you have to select on the Ryzen 3000, it's all very good. Oh man, this hurts a bit. Don't worry, Faber. I I'm say overwhelmed and already very glad for having you here on my stream. It's it's all I need. you guys. That's all. I discovered the option a few days ago, and it took me a while to make those links and link them from Streamlabs to YouTube and Twitch and to post it on OBS. I mean, I don't even know if it works here, and if somebody if somebody will donate something, if it will appear right here on the screen, because this is where I selected it to appear. But yeah, we'll know when that happens, if that will happen. But I wanted to have that option for the ones who would like to do that. These insects hit really hard, and this nature damage over time is not helping. So this little Shiznik is level 50 and he's attacking me. But thank God he died fast. Also this this mob makes them. Nice, one item found out of 5. This must really be killed fast, because they multiply, and look, they can kill you really fast. Nice, another one. Привет. Svetlana, right? Привет. It's really nice to have you. Good thing I had those healing potions. These mobs hit really hard. Welcome back, Faber. Well, what power supply do you have? Or did you purchase it right now with your new parts? No, man, that will be an awesome power supply. Don't worry about a thing. That is better than what I have. Mine is a Thermaltake Smart SC 650 watts bronze. Um, it's like I think 87% efficiency or something like that. I don't want to mess it up, or maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, semi-modular, it's the best PCO I've owned. But don't worry about a thing. So for a GTX, for RTX 2060 Super, which is even more power efficient than my GPU, don't worry. It is outstanding, man. You will not have any problems. I mean, it will uh, take this system without hiccup, without anything, and fully modular. Really nice. No, you're worrying in vain. You won't have any problems. It it is perfect. Yeah, I looked at that case, and it allows indeed for such a better airflow. Very nice. But you'll have to install the fans, right? To buy aftermarket fans and install them there, or does it already come with all the fans pre-installed? I think you have to add them, right? Well, I think first of all the price. I'm pretty sure. Very nice. Um, let's say I was mesmerized by the Red Dragon Sidewipe Black. It has 4 fans, 120mm fans. But even with them in full let's say in full speed, you can see the system can get hot, but again it's 4K and you can see the FPS in 4K. But I got it at a really nice price, and that fractal design are more expensive here. I liked this particular case. 1 second, please. Okay, I'm back. Um, yeah, you'll have an awesome system. I actually looked at some Be Quiet CPU fan today, the Dark Rock 4 Pro. It's really awesome, and they make outstanding fans. You'll have an awesome system. Sorry about that. I was on the phone for a few minutes.
Yo! Have a good one.
Yeah, I understand that. I know. I just told you I was looking at some CPU fan, but yeah, um, your CPU cooler, it's all again all awesome. No problem, Faber.
talk to me. Hurry back.
I, I'm sure of that. Very nice. No, it will be the PSU that you'll have for years and years to come, Faber. Trust me, it's outstanding. I mean, gold rated, man, and 650 watts. This mage is owning this horde here. Faber, I really did nothing. Man, it's you know, I'm a noob regarding AMD, and it's really nothing. I just only tell you from my small experience, and you see that it took me a while to figure it out. But yeah, I can tell you again, just so you know. So uh, after you receive the parts, yeah, it's only 4K. You see, 4K max anti-aliasing settings, and VSync disabled, 10 quality. Everything is maxed out, maxed, and yeah. And keep in mind, this is with 2400 megahertz RAM. I managed to get the system to be stable. Install Ryzen Master AMD software for the CPU, but make sure you activate it to default mode, so leave it on default. The BIOS settings, all leave them to the default settings. Make sure it's the latest BIOS version. Then only tweak the RAM frequency, so the RAM that you get, select that frequency and hopefully it will be stable. In the MSI Dragon Center, deselect any power presets that are there, like extreme performance or balanced. Yeah, the motherboard, it's RGB, meaning it has some lights in the back, you know, and it lights up from the back, but just one color at a time, so it will switch from red to blue to green to yellow and some ice white. That's about it. So it doesn't have RGB like a rainbow effect as you see on my video card, for instance, or on the RAM. It has that illumination that lights on the back, but just like that. It's not something out of this world, but it is something. It looks nice, you know. It adds a nice touch to the overall system, but only on the back, so you don't have any lights on the side where you install the RAM, the GPU, and so on. Hope you are not disappointed about that. And you can see my CPU is streaming on YouTube and Twitch in 1440p 60 fps, highest quality settings, and I'm gaming in 4K at this FPS, and the CPU is utilized at 17-18%. Yeah, man. Don't worry, it won't be long until you'll have the same gaming experience, and that 100% utilization, it will be like long gone. that is a very wise thing to do, because you'll have the system for years to come, and it's nice to know everything will work perfect. 70%. Um, what are you talking about? 70%? Did I reach that because or or yours was at 70%? If mine was at 70, I think it was a glitch in the matrix or something. Yeah, indeed. It would be really something, you know. Let's see if I can do this quest. It's a long run. I have to go all the way here. But for sure, man, I can't wait can't wait you to have your PC up and running. Just take your time when you will assemble it, and all will be perfect. I feel I I feel ashamed and honored at the same time. I really didn't had time. I mean, it's really sorry. I know you told me a lot of times to do it, but uh, I don't have any expectations. I mean, and no, I don't have any. I have no idea what that is. 70C or I I really don't even know how that logo will looks like. It's just I mean something written or an image. Oh man, let's let's see what it will happen. Oh Christ. So you can imagine I am having evasion on, and they still hit like that. Holy sh. Really sorry, I have no idea how a logo must look, or even not to mention how to make one. Oh, this is a dangerous place to be in. Okay, let's see it. I'm, I'm really, I'm really curious. I don't even know how to put it, where to upload it. Don't you have a link or something? Yeah. Well, what can I say? I'm really honored uh, to have you do that, even if you can't send it to me. But I really appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'll try my best to make one, but my knowledge is like zero. Okay, I will when I'll have time. This is really dangerous. It's level 49. Yeah, you can imagine. I mean, don't worry, I have a really poor laptop also. It's a Dell, but the cheap version made from plastic. And yeah, when it comes to multitasking or anything like that, it has a, I don't know, not even a Pentium CPU. It's like something Core it has a Celeron, Intel Celeron CPU. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Thank you so much for encouraging me. Oh man, I just realized I didn't have any poisons. Oh, you're right, Faber. Thank God I still have Vanish on. Jesus, my lord. Let's go straight to the quest. Looks like it's here. Let's kill this mob fast. Very nice. If you need to add fans to it, so indeed, make sure you add the biggest fans possible that it can take for the best airflow possible. So make it 14 centimeters wherever you can, or 12 where that is the maximum. But the fact that you are able to put fans on top of the case also, it's really awesome. It will pull out the heat like a magnet out of it, you know. My top side of the case, I can fry eggs on it. Now let's see where that exit is. I'm like in a maze here. The exit. I mean, how I get back up to the surface. Oh, here it is. So no vanish, no stealth due to this poison. Okay, back on the track. Yeah, for sure. Fractal design. It's really a top-notch case manufacturer. It's really nice. What is Fortnite, right? F1. Sorry, but I don't know the abbreviations. If you believe me, I didn't reinstall the Fortnite after I last re rebooted and resetted the Windows. Um, but I am thinking of coming back to do those streaming episodes also because they were fun. But you saw I don't bring such a quality content there. I really don't know how to play the game, and I'm lucky to kill a person. If I don't get that sniper, if I get the sniper and find a good spot, then yeah, I had like 6 frags in one game. But I will have to reinstall the game because right now I don't have even the Epic Games installer. Okay. Yeah, but it's no, I mean, it's not a big issue. In 15 minutes, what glass? A glass with water, right? Or the glass from the PC case? Are you for real? I'm really speechless, Faber, so you dropped the glass panel of the case. Oh man, I'm really sorry to hear that. If you can believe me, um, I almost dropped it from my hands. Yeah, man, I'm really sorry. I mean, you know, it almost happened to me today also. But if it would have dropped, oh, I, I'm really sorry. I don't even know if you, yeah, because it's secured glass, you know. It's good that it's shattered. I mean, it's not good that you drop it, but um, it shatters in order to not cut yourself, you know, because yeah, it's secured glass. But I'm really sorry, man. Um, I really don't know what to say. Oh, crap. You remind me of a friend of mine. Oh man, you had me so. I mean, I am literally sweating right now. Like when I heard when I heard you. I had a friend of mine years ago. Um, we were preparing to go to the gym, and he said on the phone, like we used to talk every time before gym to say let's meet at that hour. He once told me at the phone, man, I cannot come to the gym because I broke my leg. I uh, I went out, I went on a tennis course and I broke my leg and I cannot come. And I believed him. Man, all the way to the gym, I went all by myself, and I I was really messed up by the news, you know, and I almost got into a car crash because of it. And when I reached because basically I was driving, but I was like uh, daydreaming, you know. I had that 1000 yards look, thinking that I was with my mind that what he said he happened to him. And when I reached the gym, he was in the locker room laughing and he said, bro, it's just a joke, just like you said. And man, um, I was a bit angry with him because I really uh, believed it and put it into my soul, you know. And yeah, I like good jokes, but when I hear that something bad happens to somebody that I really care about, um, I um, I try to feel his sorrow, his pain, and yeah, when you see it didn't happen, it's a good thing it didn't happen. But yeah, no joking with these things. But anyway, I was about to drop my glass, the glass of my case today, but not from a big height, you know, but just like I would have hit it on the desk. So you gotta be really careful because that will happen only when your fingers will slip because it's like it's a glass. When I did that, when I did the cleaning, I was wiping the dust off of it, and I brought some microfiber towel to make it shine without any. No, imagine getting into a crash, and I mean this was the solo reason, you know. I mean, it wasn't like I was trying to blame him. That I was thinking of what he virtually said that happened to him. No, I I wasn't paying attention to the street because I was focused with my mind at the thought that he really got that injury. And yeah, it's not some jokes are not good ones, but yeah. And make sure you'll be really careful when you'll um, maneuver it. Don't worry, it's all good. Very nothing bad happened and it's perfect. But really, you'll have to be really careful because you can imagine when you'll install the parts, even after you'll finish the build, when you'll clean it, Maybe it will be sometimes when you'll have to dust it inside, so be really careful. It's all good, Faber. Thank you so much for coming to my stream. Actually, I will log off a few hours now also, and I'm really glad for your purchase, and I hope you'll receive your PC parts in no time. I wish you all the best, man, and I'll catch you in the next stream. All the best, man. Bye. See ya.